Hello everybody, I am Benjamin Magnus, and today we're going to be playing Darkest Hour, a Hearts of Iron game. Anybody who's been watching the channel actively knows that I've been playing lots of Hearts of Iron 4 because it just came out, and that I'm somewhat disillusioned at the streamlinedness of that game, how easy they made things, and the lack of immersion, and quite frankly, the really bad AI. So, on the advice of some friends and people who watch the channel, I'm going to be playing some Darkest Hour. We're going to be starting. I'm brand new to this. I've only gone through the tutorial, basically, so most of this is going to be very new to me. Some aspects of the game I do know about because I'm a veteran Hearts of Iron player. Some of them I don't because I've never actually played this game too much myself. But we're just going to take things slow and dive right in. We're going to be doing... Whenever I play a Hearts of Iron game, like a big mod or something like that, I like to shoot for the middle of the road by playing... 1936 in Germany, so that's what we're going to be doing, because that's kind of, you know, standard Hearts of Iron. Alright, folks, here we are in the game. I know if you've never played this game before, it's going to look a little antiquated, because it is built off pre-Clausewitz engine Paradox game. I believe this is just called the Europa Universalis engine or something like that. I'm actually not sure what they had before Clausewitz, but basics of the game is that you're controlling army corps as a standard unit rather than a division from other Hearts of Iron games. Ooh, and do I actually have it? I had the game going, didn't I? Hang on a second, let's pause this. Game pause, there we go. Alright, controls are a little bit clunky, take a little bit of getting used to, and the visuals are a little bit clunky and take a little bit of getting used to, but it makes up for that in immersion. So, for instance, here we have the 2nd Army Corps, led by Lieutenant General von den Hagen. And it's got 4 infantry divisions in it. And you can see that this infantry division is at a much higher strength and organization and equipment level, 1931. And I do apologize that everything is very, very tiny. That's just the, you know, the way the game was built and set up. And these guys are using 1921 tech and 1926 tech here. And the same thing kind of applies to planes. Like we have tactical bomber wings over here and some interceptor wings over here. Got some ships over here. Here we have the Deutschland and the Admiral Scheer. And then some new heavy... So this is a Nuremberg class light cruiser. Then we have some older Emden class light cruisers. So these guys are kind of like World War I models, I think. I think these are... Yeah, even we got the Emden in here. Although, when you say Emden CL4, I'm not sure if... I don't think that's the World War I Emden. No. The World War I Emden sank. We're kind of getting off on a tangent here, though. So, we're going to go through our basic setup here. Intelligence, not very good with this screen yet, but we are going to focus on technology here. Technology screen in this game is kind of like a combo between other Hearts of Iron games, which is kind of cool. It actually kind of feels sometimes like Hearts of Iron 4 was modeled after this. And what you do is you select... a team of engineers based on their skills, and then you tell them what technology you want them to research. So, for instance, I definitely want them to somebody to research 1936 infantry equipment technology, and it's going to give me a nice little highlight of which industrial, you know, like manufacturers are going to be good at that. So, you know, down here, none of these people, Heinz Guderian, Erich von Manstein, and any of these people, Hermann Goering, Ernst Udet, those people aren't going to be good at doing ground stuff. But if you look up here to, let's say, Rheinmetall, they are going to have several, because they're good at arty, they're good at training, they're good at making munitions. So they're going to be, and they've got a skill level of 7, which increases the amount of time it takes to, or decreases the amount of time it takes to research something. So yes, we are going to put Rheinmetall in there, and we're going to tell them to start researching new infantry equipment, model 1936. And research takes capital. It takes money right up here. And the little green indicator here tells me that it is being properly funded. If it's not properly funded, then you know, you take a hit to it. So what we're going to do is go through and pick which technologies we want to focus on early on here. So playing as Germany, logistics is going to be extremely important playing as Germany in World War II. You can see right here, TC, I believe, is transport cost? Transport capacity. Because transport capacity is a very big thing in Darkest Hour. It's basically your country's total total ability to move something from point A to point B, whether it be troops or munitions or food or whatever. Occupied province, transport capacity modifier, attrition modifier, supply distance modifier, strategic deployment efficiency, infantry supply consumption. So yeah, we are going to have someone work on logistics. And we're going to try to find someone who's good at this. Now, right back up to the top here, I saw one that had 2. So IG Farben, right over here. Start project. There we go. And let's see, armor and artillery, that's going to be a good place to go. So we already have light tanks up to 1936 research, and actually tells you exactly what type of tanks are going to be producing. So this is telling me that when, if I hadn't already had 36 research, I was running Panzerkampfwagen 1 auf Spee as my light tanks of choice, and this is replacing them with the Panzerkampfwagen 2 aufs A. But we already have that, and we don't have we can't get to 1938 yet. It's actually hard. I'm pointing at my monitor like you can see me. I always do that. It's hard-coded to 1938 that you can't go ahead there. But, let's see. Artillery. That'll be a good thing. New model artillery is the 7.5 millimeter IG-18 cannon, and it replaces an older 10.5, I said millimeter, 10.5 centimeter, shorter barreled gun. So we're going to replace that one, and we're going to look for someone who's good at working with artillery. So, yeah, Mon, right here. They're going to get a artillery project start. I know we're going extremely slow, but that's how I kind of learn. Going slow and talking it out loud really helps me learn how to play a game. So we're going to take things slow for a little while as I learn how this game really goes. I have not done, like I said, I have not done very much at it yet, but we'll figure it out as we go along. So we got artillery, armor's fine. We can get better AA brigades. But I think we're good on that. Naval, probably going to want to say start working on better torpedoes for submarines. So let's scoot down. See if there's anybody that I saw one in here. Here we go. Not even going to try to pronounce that. Kriegsmarine Werft. I think that just means German Naval Works, right? Basically. Not verbatim. I don't actually speak German in any sense, any semblance of the term. Start project. Good torpedoes. Let's go back to naval. I'm probably not going to work on carriers right now, but well, I don't know if I want to. Troop ships. Better troop ships. I'm not exactly sure how the better ones are affected, but why don't we go over to aircraft? Let's see. Strategic bombers, transport planes, carrier air groups, seaplanes, escort fighters, regular fighters, interceptors. That'll replace the Heinkel 51s with Messerschmitt 109Ds. And that's locked to a historical year as well, I think, so I can't do that one. Let's see. Aircraft. There's not much in here to do right now. It's early in the game still. Industrial. Industrial stuff. That's important too. So production, that's industrial efficiency. Siemens and Halske? Halske, that sounds about right. That sounds very nice in German. So we are going to put them on production efficiency here. Start project. And let's see, what else in industrial do we want to work on? Construction, basic computing, research modifier 8%. That's locked to 37. Early decryption. Surprise chance, that's actually really good stuff. Agriculture, basic pharmacology, atomic research, radar warning. Yeah, I think we are going to work on that too. And we'll give that to AEG. We'll give them basic decimetric radar warning sites. Start project. And we got one more to work on. Secret weapons, we could start working on, well no, historical year 1939, so we can't start working on rocket engines just yet. Maybe land doctrines would be a good place to go. And when it splits like this, I believe you do have to pick one side or the other. So we can go elastic defense or combined arms. Elastic defense, money defense, planes defense. So yeah, that's clearly a defensive thing to pick. Combined arms, is definitely going to be more offensive. As Germany, we're going to want to go more offensive. That is locked to 1938, though. You see that down at the bottom. And the little blue icon just means we've traded for a blueprint on how to do this with somebody, and that we kind of figured it out from them. Attrition modifier. Ooh, yes. Let's go for that. So let's select a team for attrition. Mauserwerke. Okay. So we've got 7 going right now. Good. And that's just our technology. That's just our technology. And the stuff over here, overview, units, and brigades, is just basically overviews of exactly what you're running right now. So if we went to armored cars, we're running, I don't even remember how to pronounce this word, the 222s. Armored car with, I believe, a 20mm autocannon on it. Diplomacy is important, but that's not something I'm very good at yet. You can kind of customize your nation. I think these are allowed to move 1 tick in either direction every year, and that you can either do it manually or move the slider yourself. So, like, I just moved closer to being a closed society, which is let's see, closed society is descent growth, tech team salary, so it costs less to do technologies. Descent in national provinces, descent occupied provinces is up. Army counterintelligence up. Domestic counterintelligence up. And open society, descent growth, tech team salary. Or I just read the whole. That's the same thing. Maybe it's. Well, closed society is fine for Germany. Yeah, we are going to want to stay on the political right. We are going to want to stay authoritarian in closed society. Let's see. Does that actually tells me exactly what difference they are? Maybe step towards central. Okay, if you hover it over here, it tells you exactly what it's going to change. So that's what I'm at right now. So if we went more towards central planning, gearing bonus up, upgrade cost up, upgrade time up, tech team salary down, total IC up, money from consumer goods down, resource production up. So free market, probably not going to be the way I'm going to want to go right now. The central planning makes it harder to upgrade things, but it gives you more resources and things like that. Mobilization, I think that's on a law that I can change. Descent growth, production time. Yeah, we're going to want to go to the Hawk lobby. And let's see, isolationalism. Isolation, I think I added in a syllable there. Let's see, diplomatic action cost, intelligence, and interventionalism. Declaration of war, dissent goes up. So we're probably, why don't we just stay right in the middle as we are right now on that. If we want to, we can go through and change our leaders, but for now, we're going to leave them. All right, our economy. This is basically our production screen. We are building Animal Graf Spee, 2 Hipper-class heavy cruisers, the Gneisenau, the Scharnhorst, several destroyers, several submarines, and a bunch of new model infantry and motorized infantry. And green, fully, it's fully supplied with IC, partially, and not at all. So I don't think right now we need to add anything onto production. And I always forget that you can't escape out of windows in this because the UI is just a little bit on the clunky side. But at least it's better than Hearts of Iron 4 UI, where it's like you're constantly trying to fight it. I will take a little bit clunky over actively trying to get in my way any day of the week. Alright, so, what do we want to do now? We're probably going to want to actually do a little bit of in-game movement here. So, what I think I'm going to do first is reoccupy the Rhineland by moving several army corps to the appropriate area here. There's also some laws we're going to need to take care of. So this is a pretty standard army corps, 4 infantry divisions of pretty low strength right now. That's 3 infantry divisions right there, so we'll move them in. This is a slightly stronger one of 5 infantry divisions. We'll put them right here, kind of on the cusp of it, and have these guys move on in. Let's see, view provinces, view decisions. Okay. So, anti-Comintern Pact, it looks like I can't do yet. We're not ready for this decision. Italy not at war with Abyssinia. Spanish state at war with the Spanish Republic. The year is at least 1936. If we want to, we can enact partial mobilization. Let's see. Issue currency, prolong terms of service, purge the army, Reoccupy the Rhineland is going to... Yeah, these have at least one division in several different places. Well, you know, there's a whole Karlsruhe. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of places we need to have division. Airsats Convention. Let's see what we got here. Instead of acquiring the materials that we need for our industry from other countries, we choose to produce our own. Airsat is a costly process to produce materials that we need when we're facing a shortage. The enemy stockpile minus 10,000. Money minus 50. Triggers Airsats Convention event for Germany in 10 days. No immediate fit. So, this is basically saying Germany is going to make a concerted attempt to produce its own war material, its own raw resources, its own war material in its own land rather than trading for it. That's probably going to be a good idea. So we are going to take that. Enact partial mobilization. Let's see. Partial mobilization means the expansion of the active armed forces and activation of the ready reserve component units, individual reservists, and the resources needed for their support to meet the requirements of war or other national emergency. Enacting a partial mobilization during peacetime may cost us a lot of supplies and can lead to considerable dissent in our nation. The mobilization of reservists will have impact on our economy. So right now, I'm thinking that we can hold off on mobilization. It is only 1936. It is only January 4th, 1936. I actually accidentally passed a few days before I started recording. And let's see. Prolonging terms of service. Conscription is a compulsory enrollment of people in the military service. It's historically focused on young men, but the range of eligible ages may be expanded to meet national demand. Term of service is often initially set, but includes the prospects of indefinite extensions based on national requirements. Prolonged military service will result in better trained soldiers, but a slightly negative influence on the economy. You should be aware that rapid increase in conscription period will cost a lot of supplies and can lead to considerable dissent in your nation. So, enact a 2-year conscription or enact a 3-year conscription. Again, I'm thinking right now it's probably best not to do anything. And there's 2 more. Issue currency. Monetary authority can print new money to solve our budget problems without having to borrow money. However, this may lead to increased inflation. So, national dissent minus 1%, money up 1,000, industrial efficiency down a total of 1%. So, well, actually, why don't we do that once right now? Let's get a nice influx of money to work with, and then we'll move past that. Probably not going to want to do that too much. We can enact war games. What is Purge the Army going to do for us? By forcing the disloyal and unreliable officers in our army to resign, make sure that only the better and most trustworthy officers can lead our soldiers. National dissent is changed by plus 2%. Land units morale by plus 3%. Trigger the general's dismissed event, no immediate effect. Ends justify the means. So, I think we are going to take this right now. Let's take this. So, several generals have been dismissed. Military leaders, yeah. So, it knocks some of the crappier military leaders out at a cost of some dissent. That's okay. And I think we have a couple more of these to work with now because we have more money to work with. Diplomatic campaign. We can raise our relations with other countries. We come in peace! Money minus 5. Everybody likes us. Pay everybody to like us more. We looked at that. Invest in national infrastructure. Alright, so trade modifier up 0.5%, money down 1,000. So that's pricey. And war games. Yay, let's play Darkest Hour. Money minus 800, supply stockpile changed by minus 200, trigger the war games event. Let's hold off on that, and let's actually unpause the game. It's set to let's put it on normal for now. You can't. I don't think you can plus and minus the speed on Darkest Hour. No, because that knocked me out. That zoomed out and zoomed in. So yeah, you have to right click and tell it to do exactly what you want it to do. Oh shit! I was hoping I hit space to pause the game and it automatically closed that out. All right, so reoccupation of the Rhineland. What do we need troops in? Well, money, that'll make money go up. National dissent changed. Gearing up for war. Yeah, it's definitely something we're going to want to do. So, we need troops. We're going to go through this. Metz is no longer... Oh, this one is the one we're looking at. My bad. Aachen. Not, it's, okay, we have to go all the way up here, too, so we got to bring in lots and lots of people. This is 8 divisions. That is a strong... Well, we know what would probably be easiest is to just put people everywhere and then unpause it. Let them move in and see how many more provinces we have to occupy here. I gotta say, I am looking forward to this game because it seems to me to have a lot of flavor in it, and a lot of flavor and a lot of immersion is what I like in my Paradox games. Nation of Yugoslavia has concluded a diplomatic deal with us. I'm not sure what the diplomatic deal was. It should be under here somewhere. So these are what we're... Is this what we're trading for? Intelligence. Oh, this is our research. I haven't done much with the intelligence or the diplomacy screens yet. Like I said, I mainly just went through the tutorials, so I know that it's going to be important for me to get a good grasp on those things, but like I said, pretty new to this. Naval bases, air bases, and air units. View your armies. View decisions. Province. Let's leave it on decisions. We've got our mini map over here. Terrain, political, weather map mode. I think that's economic. Supply map mode. Partisan map mode. Region map mode. Area map mode. Regions are big, areas are small. And I believe a lot of times, like for ships and planes, you set missions based on regions, I believe. Or, yeah, areas. Diplomatic. And, yay! A VP map mode! Which is something that's curiously missing from Hearts of Iron 4. I don't know why they never put in a VP map mode, but it ain't there. Alright, let's, why don't we put this on above normal? Wait for these guys to move in and then see what we're dealing with. The Graf Spee is ready to be deployed. Decisions are now available to reoccupy the Rhineland. Okay, so well, first things first, let's deploy the Graf Spee. Let's see. Undersea boot. That's transport flotilla of the Kriegsmarine. Okay, so the brand new Graf Spee, right there, was deployed to the standing Kriegsmarine. And we had a decision, didn't we? So... Alright. Section 3 of the Treaty of Versailles forbid Germany to conduct or maintain army or any fortifications or armed forces on the left bank of the Rhine or on the right bank, the west of a line drawn 50 kilometers east of the Rhine. Once the home front was secured, Hitler turned his attention to foreign policy with 4 increasingly daring acts. On March 16, 1935, the Treaty of Versailles was violated by Germany as military conscription was reintroduced. The treaty stated that Germany already should not exceed 100,000 men. When nothing more than official protests for England and France ensued, Hitler proceeded a year later, March 7, 1936, to reoccupy the demilitarized Rhineland, again violating the treaty. So, France, negative modifier, United Kingdom, Belgium, Netherlands, belligerence of Germany, +5, love it. The descent goes down, money goes up. Peacetime, IC modifier changed by 10%. That gives me more IC before the war starts. Trigger gearing up for war event, trigger gearing up for war event. Our diplomatic policies have moved toward the Hawk lobby. Triggers the event, Belgium leaves the Allies. Cool. So we have officially reoccupied the Rhineland. I think maybe we needed troops in one of those provinces, not all of them. Let's see. Repudiate the Lorano treaties. Okay, so what is that one? Lorano treaties are several agreements signed in 25, in which the Western Allies stated the Central Europe have to secure the post. I'm just going through this quickly here. Okay, so national descent changed by minus 5%. Belligerence goes up, money goes down, relations go down, down. It will be considered one of your national provinces. Nice. Colmar, Strasbourg, Luxembourg will be considered. So a bunch, basically what I'm saying is that all of these places over here are considered core German lands. Spheres of which Germany assumption in the League. Treaties were then heavily undermined by the Franco-Soviet Treaty of Mutual Assistance and the German views of violation. So... Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna say all this land belongs to us, and you bitches can't do anything about it. We're gonna start poking. I kind of want. This is what I'm doing. I'm poking everybody in the eye real early. Real early. Poking people all up in the eyes. I kind of like that you use army corps rather than just divisions. It's a nice change of pace, frankly. So it looks like our strength is really low. We don't have what we need. We're lacking on everything, but I think that's because we're demobilized right now. And we are reoccupying everything right now. What's cool about this, too, is you could take an individual division and attach a specific brigade to it if you have them ready to modify their combat capabilities. So, like, if I wanted to, say, make my armies hit a little bit harder, my divisions, I could go to brigades and say, let's give them some heavy artillery. You can give them a heavy artillery brigade. And you can see right here, a hard attack up, soft attack up, defensive vulnerability, offensive vulnerability, and maximum speed. So that would make them super slow, though. You can put in some regular artillery. That would only slow them down by a little bit. I got some armored cars. Make them less soft. Things like that. I really like the flavor of this game so far. I really do. I hope you guys know what I mean, too, when I say, the flavor of a game or the immersion. So it's kind of like how much do you feel like you're in the game? Ooh, invest in national research. I just noticed that over here too. So instead of acquiring the materials we need for our own industry in the country, we need to produce. Okay, rare materials stockpile changed by 1,000. So we just got more rares from our own land. All right, I think we're going to leave this first episode right here. Like I said, we're taking this slow. I'm trying to kind of learn as I go. I'm going to be reading the comment section pretty intently, looking for advice. I know a lot of people like to point out little tips and tricks, things to make the gameplay go better. So I am going to be reading the comment section pretty religiously, looking for helpful advice. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you have, please just drop me a like. Leave those comments I was just talking about right down below. And if you are interested in more Darkest Hour, just subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys next time.